Hello again, minions. Long time no see. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I don't need that in that slot. I am going to go down and give you guys a little, I'm going to show you how I build the mob farm that I'm working on. I have showed you the design, but as I've continued expanding a little bit, I've basically been working on my method to expand it in a way that isn't causing me to create a whole bunch of areas for mob to spawn that could cause me problems. And I'll give you an idea what I mean as I go. But here I've put all the materials that I need so that I can kind of easily assemble what I need. No, disassemble Johnny 5. So I'll just grab a bunch of this. And, of course, the 2 water buckets are necessary. And I'll just show you how I've been building as I go in an expensive way. I haven't gotten hardly any production out of this thing yet. I haven't put a whole lot of spawning pads in it yet. It's not really expanded to the point where I'm expecting a lot from it, but I'm seeing so little it's getting a little bit concerning. But anyway, let's look at the other side first. Gunk. Yay, delayed fall damage. So this one I built up, and you can see it's completely, like, I just dug out enough area to build these 4. So as long as I dig this out, basically, you know, counting this space I'm standing on here, you know, 3 tall at a time, then I can fill up all the space that I dig out with the spawn pads and not create an area like I did here that leaves space for mobs to spawn, which can be problematic. So let me show you how I build things up as I go. I was trying to wish I had something a little bit more consequential to do as I make this announcement, which I've already announced on Twitter, and that is that it turns out that, yeah, apparently as 6 months ran out on that strike was automatically removed from my channel, and I immediately got my channel verified. So now I have the ability once again to upload videos of unlimited length, which is good. So I can ramble more and you guys can put up with me more. So it may not be good for you guys, but it leaves me less restricted. Oh, excuse me, man. Ugh. Had a hamburger for dinner, a homemade hamburger. I'm getting the burps. So yeah, gonna have to figure out what to do with that. Also, apparently I have the ability to do live streaming to YouTube now, which I'm not sure exactly how that works, because as soon as they added it is right when I got disabled from doing this stuff because of the copyright strikes. So you guys have any idea about what it takes to get that stuff hooked up? Can I use like XSplit? And this kind of the setup that I use for Twitch TV to stream to my YouTube channel. I can look into it, but if you guys know, I'd appreciate a little bit of information. Anything that saves me time. You know, if it's convenient enough to stream to my YouTube channel, that will be more convenient for everybody than me having to, you know, post an announcement video to my YouTube channel saying, hey, check out Twitch TV, and blah, 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 but, yeah, so here's basically, I'm setting up the pad. So again, this is the spawning area, and this is actually going to fill in as I go, right? So this is going to be only 2 tall. Only but 2 tall. So this, and the good thing about the way these stack, right, is you can actually put that right over the top of the last one, and there is just no wasted space in this setup, which is one of the reasons why I really love this setup. But yeah, Obviously, we're not going to want this set up to where it can cause spawning. So let's go ahead and fill this in here before we set that off. Ugh. Doing that the hard way. The easy way. Back to the Future? Yeah? Anybody? Alright. Fine. So yeah. I keep saying I need to do this, and I still haven't done it, but I really want to get back to the War College series. I've literally had the next episode that I want to do in mind for a year. Literally a full year. And can you believe it's been that long since a War College episode? Of course I can. Wheezy, you haven't posted anything. I hate you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But anywho, I want the War College to get going again, so I need to do that. This is, yeah, that's where the piston's going to go. So you can see here how the inversion works. When you step on these pads, that goes off, which will pull this torch back. And that's how that's going to work. So let me block this in here. Yeah, that's right. Nice and dark. Mood lighting. Let's go ahead. Right things up a smidge. There we go. Make it easier to work. I love the potions. I am really, really effing excited for the 1.5 Redstone update that's going to have hoppers and comparators and all that cool stuff. That is going to be so awesome to start doing, like, creating like auto potion rooms so that the hoppers will actually do help you mix the full potion and all that good jazz. It's gonna be sweet. First I'll show you guys, and by show you I mean build this, because again I haven't shown you guys all this great stuff, so I'm still a little out of practice as well. Haven't been on anything. I haven't been playing on my Xbox much. I haven't been playing on Minecraft much. I've been kind of like out of the whole video game thing for a while, watching a lot of movies, just taking it easy. So here you can see when they step on it, that pulls the piston back. That's what drives the water stream to push them out off the edge. And that's what's going to prevent my glorious escape. So we've got this filled in, so we can block that off. Bloop, bloop. Still haven't decided if I'm going to want to create a walkway back here, but I do have the ability to. So we'll just go ahead and block this off. This will be the, the fully secured version of it. So block here off. The water is going to sit, right in there. So we'll give that full block off here. This is blocked off there, so these are the two spots where that water goes. Let's block this off. Now we're supposed to blue skidoo, we can do. If any of you guys have kids, you're gonna have all these kid songs stuck in your head too. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any judgment about my blue skidoo. But yeah. Okay, so put a water bucket there, and we put a water bucket there. So now we got two source blocks here. I believe that. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure that that's actually a source block there. And then that's it. Then we'll bloop, block that off. Fetch this block back here. Get me out of there. And now we've got the next piece of our spawn pad in here. And basically I'm just going to continue expanding this as such. And of course every time I get it over here, then I'm going to go up a level, expand this ladder. I'll be doing that on both sides. And hopefully when I get enough of these built up vertically, what altitude am I at right now? I'm only at Y17, so as I build more of these, I'm hoping to get some actual spawns here. Now, again, usually when I'm in this area, I'm building on the spawn pads, which puts me too close in proximity for mobs to actually spawn, which is why I haven't seen much output. So, and I haven't gone AFK much, because I'm sure, you know, I have had some mob drops while I've been working in this area. Not a lot, but if I stayed, you know, like back here or something, I don't even know what the distance is for letting mobs spawn in your vicinity. But if I stayed around here, then I would probably get some mob spawns to see that it's working. But hasn't been worth spending my time on yet, and just haven't had the interest to double check basically the progress. Do I have more stone in here? Yeah. Let's put my empty bottles away. Dump this stone in here. Oh, almost forgot to put away the pistons. And there you go. So that's how I'm expanding that. Oh, God, I think I am gonna have to actually put up half slabs in here because, I mean, I'm getting slime spawns all up in my mind now, and it's getting to be annoying, especially when they get on the tracks. Let's see. Let's go up to lab level and show you what I'm working on up there, even though right now it's just, again, another hole in the wall that I'm working on. Yeah, I've been spending so much of my time in Minecraft lately just digging holes in the wall to put stuff in. Digging holes to put stuff in, giggity. But I am definitely excited for the Minecraft, or rather Redstone update. That will give me a lot of cool stuff to try out. And you know, I don't know if there's, I don't know if this is like the video game kind of slump season kind of time or whatever, but yeah, I showed you guys I showed you my ice pool. Let me just check on my mushrooms real quick. I harvested them relatively recently, so there's not a lot of growth left, and I harvested my cacti recently. I will show you my farm board as I figured out stuff that I want to do, but this new area that I've dug out is going to be my next farm, right here, and it of course will go through to the other hallway. And oh, gotta itch my ear, this is actually, I'm planning on this being my cocoa farm, my cocoa bean farm, which will be pretty simple. It's a relatively simple and efficient farm to make. I haven't harvested my wheat in a while, but there's that, and I've basically tried to come up with all the farms that I haven't created yet for my fully self-sustaining base, and this is what I come up with for farms. Cocoa beans is what I'm working on now. Stone, cobble, and obsidian are, of course, the simple stone generators, which will be easy enough to make. I'm not in a huge rush to do those, but they are on the list because that's a resource that you can harvest. I don't have squid. It's one of the more difficult resources to get renewable, and right now I actually can just go out in front of my base. I actually did that a little bit. Excuse me, a little bit the other day because I needed some more black ink sacks to make more dyes for like fireworks and stuff. And just swimming out in the ocean in front of my base, especially with a night vision potion, makes squid hunting really easy and my looting sword. But I want to build at least a, you know, basically like a pond or a swimming pool type area in the base where squid will be allowed to spawn, that I can go and harvest them. And there's actually, I found some designs for, you know, of course, making a squid farm and that they'll spawn in it and automatically be harvested. But spiders, this is kind of a just almost a reminder that I don't have a renewable way of doing spiders. I'm working on my mob grinder, of course, but that doesn't spawn spiders. You know, the most reliable way to get spiders is to find a dungeon with a spider spawner in it, which doesn't necessarily fit in well into my base. But you know, again, it's just on the list for a renewable resource I could use. So this may not even end up in my base, but somewhere I need to build a spider harvester. Snow. That's the easy one to make. I've made one of those before, where you just smush snowmen in a corner and you can harvest infinite snow from it. That'll probably end up by my ice farm because it's easy enough to build, and it's a similar theme, so they'll go well together. This is an interesting one that I decided needed to be on the list. Grass and shrubs, meaning taller grass that you can actually cut. So calling it a farm may be a little inaccurate, because essentially the way you'll get grass and shrubs is by basically creating a room that just has grass in it, and if you hit grass with bone meal, then tall grass and shrubs and flowers will grow, and that gives you a renewable source of those. And there again, kind of useless, mostly decorative. But yeah, like these little, like, whatever they call them, ferns or shrubs, I probably got some in here. A fern, I'm not going to be able to create a source of lily pads because they're not a renewable resource, but ferns are. Grass is. Again, if you use shears, you can collect these. I don't really need... I could create a vine farm, I guess, which would be probably good enough in that same room where I just plant vines on the ceiling and I can trim them as they grow. Flowers would come out of that farm as well. But yeah, ferns and grass, so that would be something. Again, that's renewable. Would be worth having. This cow, this mushroom that Porkchop set loose in my base, wandered into this water stream when Porkchop did that months ago. And since then, it swam up to the top of this water stream, and it has been literally stuck swimming in that water stream for months. I don't have the heart to put it out of its misery. So, yeah. Sorry for my cold and all the sniffles and the coughing and whatnot, but that's kind of what's going on in my base right now. I don't really know what's going on too much with people on the server. Tao and Rakito have both moved to new areas and new bases. Maybe next time I can take you guys on a bit of a tour of those, just to show you kind of what's going on around here. Finally gave Scion the new IP, just because since I work with him and he doesn't follow the channel as closely, so I don't message him on YouTube basically. So I forgot I never really gave him the IP, so I finally gave him that. I think he's been on a couple times, so I need to figure out what's going on the server. And then, yeah, I do like the idea that was posted when I was doing the video on fireworks that basically said, how about setting up fireworks outside the front of the base so that from inside my room I can push a button and set off a fireworks show. Excuse me, yeah. And that is such a great idea. I am definitely going to do that. So essentially what I would do is probably out there, and I'll find a way to camouflage it, you know, so it'll be kind of, the dispensers essentially will be hidden, because fireworks that are pushed out of dispensers will launch. Or, I don't know, well, I think that would probably be too far, but right about there would be a good place to basically put some dispensers, and then I could wire a switch up, you know, some complicated manner through digging it under all the ground. I mean, it'll be tough to obfuscate this wire somewhere, but I will do it, and then run that wire all the way up here into my room so that I basically have a button on the wall where I can go click, and then a big fireworks show goes off for like 30 seconds outside my room, which I think would just be awesome. And I love whoever posted that idea, and I forget who it is because I'm stupid and I can't remember that stuff, and then I have to go back and check because I do all this crap off the cuff. But yeah, I don't know. I need to play more video games lately, but again, I've been enjoying watching some movies, and I have been very, very much keeping an eye on the news lately with all the there's this interesting thing that, you know, especially feels kind of immature saying it because I'm 28 years old, but I've just, you know, over the last year, basically, finally gotten interested in essentially world news and U.S. news and politics. And it's a weird thing where once you get interested in stuff like that, you kind of can't stop caring about it. And so I find myself watching a lot of news and reading a lot of news, and it's not something I really thought I would be that guy. But Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be permanent or if that's just because of all the strange stuff that's going on lately in the U.S. But that and then just chilling with my wife watching movies has been the main reason I haven't been playing video games much. I can't even remember the last time I was on Black Ops. Probably 3 weeks, a month ago. I've been on Battlefield more recently. But yeah, anyway, gone past my upload limit yet again, which is fun because now I can upload these longer videos and you guys just can listen to my rambling. Um, yeah, as usual, and again, I ask this in pretty much every video, but I'm just going to leave it a running question. Always let me know what you guys want to see. Um, Very often, sometimes one person saying, hey, you know what I would like to see is this. Sometimes that just pushes me right over into being like, you know what, I'll throw in Black Ops. I'll throw in Battlefield. I mean, someone saying, hey, Battlefield is basically what got me back into Battlefield for like a week or so. And I, if I'm going to play video games again soon on my Xbox, it's probably going to be Battlefield because I'm just loving Battlefield. Um, unless enough people get on to actually play Black Ops. But maybe even some Halo 4. I am loving Halo 4 as well. But man, now I want to play a bunch of video games. But anyway, yeah, like I said, your guys' feedback can sometimes just push me over the line to make sure that I get something up. And again, I always have tons of videos saved. And, I just need to post them. And if I have something saved and you guys say, hey, I want to see that, and I just happen to have a video saved, sometimes it'll just be like, okay, I'll just render that up. I said goodbye to you guys like 3 minutes ago and I'm still talking. I feel like my mother. See ya, minions. Oh, goodbye.